Hello, Kurt's Place here again. Please remember anything I show is for entertainment. And if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. So here's what I've done so far. I was able to get this all apart. Let's see here, the windings on the stator core here are pretty bad. So yeah, so the next thing is to kind of show you how I got this one apart by taking that one apart over there. I think I lucked out on the generator stator part though. The windings just appear to look a little dirty. I think I could just clean those up a little bit and put some new anti-track paint inside here, and we'll probably be good to use this generator head here. So yeah, hopefully that'll do the trick. So moving on, I did take this top off here. Basically you just take these little screws out here and you got to take the front off. Now the front was already off on this machine because the front swing down plate cover, because somebody used this as a spare machine. The voltage regulator that goes here was already missing as well. So yeah, but looks like we had some guys making a nice little home in here. So first things first is to kind of vacuum this out before I go any further, and we'll get to it. Alright, let's try this over here. Boy, they really got right up in there, didn't they? Alright, that'll do that. So, the next thing to do, maybe I'll start on the other side because I already took some of these bolts out, so I want to start on the other side. That way you can just see how I did it, I guess. So yeah, I pretty much just use my little tool here. Just take out these screws here. Whoops. There we go. Alright. Well, to get these, I gotta open this door here, so we'll hold off on those for a few. Now I already got these all off on this one, so we're good there. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this loose. I think it was a Phillips, smaller Phillips. Oh, watch it be not a Phillips. So we'll open this up and see what we have. Oop, that's a flat. Okay. That may or may not have a flat that'll fit up in there. Oop, that's too big. Well, we'll go get a screwdriver, I guess. Here, this one will work. Don't mind the mess, everybody. Come on. There we go. Doesn't take much to hold this in place. I think it's just screw kind of just wedges everything in there. And this guy, this will pop off of there too. Come on. There we go. Just be careful to get that off of there. There's some barbs right here. I don't know if you can see that. So, I think what I did with the other one. Now this only really goes on here in one direction, so I wasn't too worried about keeping the orientation right this minute. Keep those parts together. Okay. Well, let me see if I can get this closed back up. This one's a little tweaked. I'm gonna have to straighten it up when I get it back together, I suppose. Okay, so yeah, I don't think there was much else holding this in. So let me take a look here. Yeah, nothing too much there. I think it's held on by these up here mostly. Oh, looks like I forgot a couple of screws on the other side. So let's get them out as well. Two there. Won't come out very easy if I leave screws in it. Okay. Alright, there's those two. Good to go. Next, I want to get these three here. So to do that, I gotta have this guy open. And that, more or less, should get that to loosen up. Let me see, did I have a wobbler? Well, we had to take a small break due to a phone call. Okay, I found what I needed. Okay, we gotta get these three bolts out here now. So we'll get these out. Whoop. Yeah, man, there we go. Here's one. Oh, yeah. So there's a plate in here. You gotta be on the right side of it, or the proper side of it, I should say, which in this case seems to be the left. There's an extra piece there, kind of like a wear plate to be aware of. Okay, right here. So if we were to come on. Yeah, we'll get that in a second. Oh, I gotta switch it up. Kind of got to be ambidextrous when you do this kind of stuff, I suppose. Okay. There we go. Well, let's see if I can get this all the way out. There we are. Okay, so I got that off of there. So there's a little aluminum plate here. It came off on my other one. This one seems to be painted on. So, but yeah. So that should be relatively. Oh, whoa. Okay, well this one's coming apart slightly different than the other one. Cool, I guess. Cool, not cool. I don't really like that. Yeah. The other one was all one piece, it seemed like. So, let's see. Now under here, if I can find them. Okay. There's receptacles on the back side of this, so, or on the underside rather. I'll show you from the top, and then we can show you from the bottom once we get it apart. Ooh. Come on. Oh, there we go. Maybe that's it. Yeah, there we go. I think it was just 3. We should be pretty much completely disconnected for the wires. So these are receptacles on the other side, which connect everything in here to everything over here and the rest of the generator. So that's right, those, I forgot to take those out. We gotta get them out. Oh, let's see. Actually, those actually might be the 10mm I found on. No, that's not. 3/8 maybe. Okie dokie. There we are. Yeah, that'll be sufficient, I suppose. Oh, I got lucky. Didn't need a wrench. So that holds this guy in place. Just want to be careful not to break that. Don't want to replace it. Ah, yeah, now we're loose. We are completely loose. Although I gotta be a little more careful taking this one out because this guy seems to be separate. Now, let's see if I can slide it out. May need to try to get those other deals off there. You know what? I'm going to take this side off a little bit. I'll take it loose from the other side here. This one I'm not as good at grabbing the bolts because in a weird position here. I might get lucky and not drop any. Oh, there's one. At least I saw where it went, I guess. This is just how I'm doing it. It might be right, might be wrong. But taking it down as far as I'm taking it will allow me to do some analysis, look over all the wiring and everything else, especially since there were some animals living in it. Here, that's free now. I might be able to slide this out. It's probably let's see. There we go. There we are. Tough to get my fingers under it. I think this will pop right out of there now. It should slide right out. Roughly. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean by those receptacles. And there we are, right at the bottom. That's all you need to get that off. And that opens us up quite a bit. Now on that other one, I ended up taking the sides off completely first, not realizing I could do that. So, and then you got some bolts here that actually look like they'll just come right out. Way there on there. So we could have just taken this right off. Actually that one's stuck on the inside, I remember. Let's take care of that one. And we can get the sides done. It's probably gonna swing down. That was good for it. And there we go. Yeah, man. Let's close. We'll latch it. And put that there. Okay. And then this guy here, I think, just... we got two of them. I'll take this one first. Oh! Didn't realize that one was still there. I'm gonna put this one back in so it doesn't swing down at me like the other one did. We got one bolt here, and that one I think... yeah, that one I might drop the... yep, there goes the nut. Alright. But there we are. Got the sides off now. Alright. So in order to get the gen head out, you still need to, you kind of need to take this whole front off. Doors, you can leave the one door on, this one. The center door has to come out because, you know, the support post is right in the way of pulling the generator head out. So, yeah. I do need to take loose this guy here. I did that. I already took some of it loose. I know I didn't really show you, and I know maybe you didn't see, so it's because of the angles I'm at. So this guy here, you got to take out so it's out of the way. There's an L bracket down here, and then you got two bolts here that hold it in place. You just go right up underneath the underside of it, and then you got two bolts in the top, and that'll take it loose that way. Okay. And wow, those were loose, weren't they? Well, that one's not. somebody decided they were gonna give it a day. I'm surprised that that popped right out of there like that. That they were gonna put in some extra receptacles right here. It's a little annoying in my opinion, but whatever. It is what it is, you know. So we'll just take these loose here. Yeah, that one's loose. And then we'll get this one on here. Yeah. And they zip tied it to everything. So, okay. So this guy should be relatively loose now. Just don't. Yeah, there we are. I can pull this out. Okay. I need some dikes. And there they are. And there we go. I'll clip off some of these. Just be careful not to damage the wire, the wires. All right, so now I might be able to kind of swing. Yeah. Maybe I'll pull this out of the way first, and then I can get at that a lot more easily instead of fighting with it. So let's do that. All right. So it looks like, yeah, it's just these bolts right across the front. These two bolts actually hold the door on there. So since I got to take this off anyway, I'm thinking we just take it all off as one go. I gotta kind of, maybe it'll, nope, didn't loosen, so now I gotta get the wrench on it. There we go. Let's try this one. I got lucky on that one, didn't need the wrench. Oh. There's a little shelf up there. Tough to get your hand around it. Oh, I dropped the wrench down here. Okay. More remnants of animals. Woohoo! Look at that stuff. Alright. Looks like, oh, this one's really on there. There we go. So this machine looks like it's been painted more than once. So that's loose. I do need to move that out of the way. Uh-oh. I may have to drill that one. Oh, shit. That's why. I don't know how it switched directions on me. The wrench came off the back side of it. Shit. Alright, there's one. Yeah, that's freaking lovely. Well, stuff like that happens. That is relatively easy enough to combat. And there's two screws, no, maybe just one screw in the bottom of this one that goes all the way through. So yeah, one screw there. And then I gotta get this one out. That one I'm gonna have to probably drill off of there unless I find a better one to use here. Ooh. Let's see. Well, hey, tubes for the boat. Here. Oh. I can do it without drilling. All the better. Let's see how that one fits. No. I might have to drill. Yeah. That's all right. Stuff happens. Just gotta go get the drills. Yeah, I'm sure there's missing screws already, so is what it is. Alright, let's see here. Don't want to damage it, so I should. It's pretty close. If I, oops. Whoop. Yeah, I guess I'll go get an actual chisel. Get a chisel. Might as well try to use the right tool for the job, I suppose. Well, probably do. I have more chisels somewhere. I just don't know where I put them. Just checking to make sure I'm still recording. It'd be a shame to stop recording. There we are. All right. Looks like we're still this we didn't go quite deep enough. All right, let's see. There it goes. That was a little more effort than I really wanted to give, but it is what it is. All right. Okay, so now I've gotten, I saved those, I'll put all the screws, including the ones I drilled or broke, so that I know what I need to replace. Of course, right now I misplaced this. All right. We'll use the wobbler on that. Ouch. All right. Well, that's loose now. In theory, that'll probably come out. Door and all. Let's see. Oh man. Oh, there we go. Oh. It's fun to figure out where they zip tied everything when they add stuff in. Here we are. Set that there. All right. So I know this gen head is a little worse for wear, but it looks like somebody might have put a new armature or a new stator, exciter stator in there. So maybe this part's good enough and I can basically put two together. Now that looks black to me from here, but we'll see. We'll see what it looks like when I pull it apart. Now, one of the other things you do need to do to get the generator head out is this guy is attached here. You want to get that clip there. Again, just be careful you don't clip the wires. And that's interesting. On my other generator, when I pulled it apart, this guy was over here. So it's interesting that this is down. But yeah. All right. Well, I might have to, because the two wires out of this pack go up top, I believe, or somewhere, and the two other wires are going in here, and then the rest of them go all right here. We just don't hook all them. And on the plus side, these are hooked in order from 1 to 12, I believe. At least they were on the other one. So there's 1, 2, 3. This should be 4. If I can find it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Yep. So still in order, and even somebody else labeled them there as well. So to get this off, I guess, is our next step. I got to take it loose from here. Somebody already took these loose, stole the part out of here, and then I got to take this ground wire loose. So I'll start with that, I guess. Oh, let's see, I forget. I think it was a 10 millimeter. Well, it's a lot easier to do this when I have other things out of the way. Wow. That's, okay. And there is an additional wire that hooks up over there as well. So I just kept the other wire that's there. Okay. Yeah. Now, if this were my only machine, I would be labeling these. So, like I did over here. See how I labeled this guy? Ground. But I have a second machine here that I already did some of the labeling on to keep track of the wires. So, I would recommend doing that. I did kind of I used one of these guys to do the labeling, or you can use just, you know, number strips, what have you, tape, whatever works. As you see here, I labeled which wire goes where, and this one I labeled as a number 4. I just labeled it so that I know where it goes here. So, yep. And this is the part that's missing off of that other one. So, yeah, here's these. Okay. And then, yeah, need this, and I think that was crescent wrench, I think is what I ended up using last time. Okay. Oh, that's okay, this was not on my other one actually. Ooh. Well, that looks like a pain, doesn't it? Haha. Well, let me see here. Oh, we'll see if that comes out. Alright, maybe we'll go in there this way. Well, maybe it'll. Okay. Well, definitely came out far enough to maybe just use a ratchet. Ooh, that was weird. Now you might be able to just swing some of this out of the way and be alright, but uh-oh. Shit. Well, that's awesome. I think what happened, that damn thing, the nut on the other side was spinning, so yay. It'll never close again. Well, worst case scenario, I might be able to. Don't really want to break that. It's you know, glass. I guess that works. You just set it out of the way. Now, consequently, if we take this guy loose, which we might, I did on the other one, you got to take off the fuel filter stuff here. That holds it in place, and then there's like 3 bolts on each side and 1 in the center. And in order to get the center one out, you got to take the whole top off, which is kind of a pain in the ass. And to put it back together, it might be advised. I don't know. I was able to slide this out of the other one just by putting like a 2x6 under here. Was pretty good height, and it kept it from dragging on the armature, so it'd probably be fine. Oh, that's cute. Somebody in the other one had a breaker box screwed to the bottom right here, and they don't have that same breaker box in this one. That's interesting. Okay then. But for all intents and purposes, we're almost ready to pull this generator head out. In order to actually pull it out, there's a few extra things we got to do here, but we gotta take this front plate off so that it can come straight out, because it's got to come straight out in order to do that. And then in order to get it out, we gotta take the batteries out and, you know, prop the motor in, prop the motor up, block it up so it doesn't drop, because the generator head here has two mounts here to the floor, one on each side. Let me see if I can get a light. See, there's the other one. So we take those loose, and that's what's holding the motor up on this end. So that's the other two motor mounts, more or less. So the generator head holds as part of the motor mounting system. Okay. All right. Well, I'll come back and show you taking the rest of this apart.